Alright, this is Cold War Events
by Ben Slobodin
and Noah Leonard.
Alright, so in the Cuban Missile Crisis, it only lasted about 13 years and there were many players involved, such as Cuba, the Soviet Union, and the US. Also, in 1951, many U-2 planes flew over the western Cuba, and that initiated the Cuban Missile Crisis.
In Vietnam, Ngo Dinh Diem and Lyndon B. Johnson were very big players in Vietnam. In Vietnam, they became communists, and the outcome of everything was that Ho Chi Minh declares an independent Vietnam.
Also, the Korean War, it started in 1950 and it only lasted about 3 years. It was a fight between two halves, North and South. One of them was communist, and when the U.S. came in, they supported the not communist one, which was the South.
The Berlin airlift in 1948, the Russians put a wall up in the city of Berlin. The Allies flew in to give supplies and food, and that was called an airlift. Yeah. The Allies sought to help out citizens.
And here are some pictures of what happened. For the fall of Berlin Wall, it was a pretty big success for the Germans because they were free from the Nazi rule, and it happened in 1989 and only lasted 1 year because it obviously fell. And then it opened up many travel and other routes.
The NAFTA, or the Warsaw Pact, was an agreement between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico, and it was designed to remove tariff barriers. The Warsaw Pact was an alliance between the communist nations in Eastern Europe to fight against the NATO.
The Marshall Plan, it was an American plan that helped out the European countries. It was a plan that lasted 4 years in 1948, and it sought to help the poverty and the starvation that was happening after post-war.
The Truman Doctrine was a policy set by U.S. President Harry Truman, and the speech was on March 12th, 1947. Historians considered it as like the start of the Cold War, and the U.S. Congress in May 1947 responded to Truman's plea, granted Greece $400 million in military and economic aid.
In the Soviet Union, communism fell, and that happened on Christmas Day of 1991 because it fell because there were many radical reforms that the Soviet president didn't address, and Gorbachev, a very prominent leader in the Soviet Union, resigned from his job on December 20th. There are many other events that led to this. Done.